What's going on, runners? Welcome back to another episode of This Week in Athletics. My name is Lloyd, your host for today's show, and I'm going to round up all of the news from the running world over the past 7 days. So this past Saturday treated us to some mind-blowing performances. Now, you might be thinking that this came from a cross-country race, maybe a road race, or a winter track race, but no, it came from a good old Parkrun. 5K road run that is all around the UK, Europe, and even the world now. It's a free run. Everyone gets a barcode and a time, and it's basically just a bit of fun. But you do have athletes that turn up for sessions, races, and to see where their fitness is at. And that is exactly what happened this past weekend when Irish sensation Ciara Mageean took to the start line. She turned up at a local park run in Belfast and took the world record in the women's park run in a time of 15 minutes and 13 seconds. She's had a pretty remarkable 2023 where she ran Irish records in the 800, 1500 and the mile. And 2024 begs the question, will she step up in distance and maybe attack those national records of Sonia O'Sullivan? Only time will tell. Now, on the men's side of the parkrun, if you wanted to finish inside the top 10 fastest times in the UK this past week, you would have had to run inside 15 minutes and 1 second. Now, the man that topped the billing was Dewi Griffiths with a time of 14 minutes and 10 seconds. Let's not forget that this man has been seriously fast in his career, not just in the track, but also the roads and the cross country. And he really is returning to some shape ahead of trying to make that 2024 Olympic Games team. Now, back into the marathon world, we have some exciting development coming from Eliud Kipchoge and Sifan Hassan, who have both announced that in March next year, they will be running the Tokyo Marathon. Now, despite their different journeys, there's actually more about these two that are in common than meets the eye. Now, for Sifan Hassan, her Paris build-up is nothing short of remarkable, and that really does describe her athletic career to the T. If we remember in Chicago, she took the win in 2 hours and 13 minutes. And then when she ran London Marathon, do you remember what happened? She took the win on the day, stopped multiple times, and afterwards in her interview, she basically just said, I hate marathon running. I don't know why I'm doing, but I'm glad I won. Now, she does keep her Paris Olympic Games cards close to her chest in terms of what she'll be doing on the Games, whether she'll be doing just the track races or she'll double up and do the marathon as well. But with how the year is structured with Tokyo and Paris, it does add an extra layer of motivation for potentially Sifan and Eliud to double up and do both. Now, switching gears to something a little bit more serious, World Athletics have shared a study and their findings from the World Championships in Budapest in terms of social media abuse to athletes. So the platform X, formerly known as Twitter, was the preferred platform for social media abuse this year, with over 90% of all abuse falling on that platform, which was over a 500% increase from 2022. Racial abuse made up just over a third of all abuse, which was a 14% increase from 2022. Male athletes faced an increase of abuse on social media this past year, with the split being 51% to men and 49% to females. Out of the 1,344 athletes that were recorded to have received social media abuse, 2 athletes received 44% of the entirety of abuse on social media. Following on from this report and this finding, World Athletics have said that they're going to monitor it a lot closely and they're going to look after our athletes' well-being and mental health as much as possible. Finally, wrapping up this episode, us at Trackster want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It's been an incredible year of athletics to date. We are going to be doing a roundup on all of our channels, and we're also going to be doing our end of year awards. So check out our Instagram stories for that, where you can vote for your winners.